Got it.
There we go. Got it. All righty. Peaceful greetings. Islam, Islam, Islam. Happy Moon Day. Happy Monday to everyone. We'd like to welcome you to another Intuition Monday. As you can see, we're going in on the Sun Ingress Libra to occur. Let's see, what's the 21st? So in about 12 days. So we're given 12 days in advance. And, not only will it be the Sun Ingress Libra, but start of our workshop. So make sure that y'all are soaking up the energies that we are, the delineations that we're given today to really kind of see what's, coming ahead. So without further ado, I'm Brother Sean Aleem L. You already know that all is well. And I say a tale of many tales, my brother, many appellations. Some would say many names. And bro, what was that? What was that appellation, bro?
Braveheart, Braveheart. Yeah, always fun.
And I'm here with my bro, and he is, we got a mirror today.
Yeah, I know, right? Peace and greetings to y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, here in Morocco at Northwest Maxim. How are you? Welcome to our Intuition Monday for the Sun Ingress Libra. I yield the floor, Brother Sean Islam.
Islam. All right, so yeah, we're about to get started. I'll be starting this out since Brother Hassan started us out last strong. So I'll be doing 1 through 3, 7 through 9. Brother Hassan will be doing 4 through 6 and 10 through 12. And we just gonna get right on into it. Yeah, we're gonna get right on to it. If y'all want, to talk or converse, book that session because that's the really only way you're gonna get to us. So, let me get. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. All right, so let me come here. We in full screen. Cool. Alrighty, so yeah, we starting out in the Libra zone. We in the Libra zone. Hey! Sun Ingress Libra starting out in the Libra zone. So this will be September 23rd, 2023. Cruce Qua. 0300 hours, 50 minutes near the Aracaju, Brazil corporation. All right, so we know that the sun is here in the first house, right? And we know a lot of folks going to say, oh, the sun's in its fall. Oh, it's not comfortable. Oh, okay, great. Yes, we know. But, why complain about it when we can, make the most out of it? And, the sun is in a mutual reception with Venus.
Hey,
so it has
a boost. There's a silver lining.
Yeah, there's that silver lining in the sky. There's that tater tot in the bag with the French fries, right? So so yeah, when I'm telling you, you're gonna see it as sun's in Libra, but a mutual reception with Venus. So we're not even gonna focus on the negative, because what's the point? Sun's Ingress Libra is dealing with beauty, right? So for this area, I'm just getting that beings might be looking to have to assist, maybe their paternal grandmother or their maternal grandfather with some things. Maybe they're, going through a sense of change to their identity, or maybe ye are going through a self-identity change and you might not feel as strong, right? We look at Mars, as they would say, is down bad, but it's just having to work harder, when it comes to beauty and justice. And also the partnership. So Venus has rulership over Mars and the sun. Venus is at 18 degrees Leo, right? At the medical ability. So I'm saying that beings will realize that they naturally have a healing ability, whether it's by speaking words or, visualizing, thinking positive thoughts, or just being kind or ear to someone. They be able to have this transformative ability when it comes to healing. And when it comes to some challenges, because we talk about the beauty and everything, with Mars, it's definitely not comfortable, but what is it that ye really, is truly passionate about? What beauty do you see that you can really let guide you rather than, ego getting in your way or things that aren't aligned? So, when it comes to the higher learning and your self-identity, really take a good look internally at some things that, might be occurring. You might be suppressing some things, or you might be overlooking how you can really express the beauty and the arts to those, about things that are, truly foreign to yourself. And Mercury is direct, still in its retrograde arc, or some would say shadow, but it's direct, so the communication will be on point. But make sure that one is boss.
Yeah, he's bossing it.
Yeah, make sure this is like a mental health checkup. So call your friend, right? Mercury's in the first. Call a good friend, or call a family member you can trust, or book your astrology sessions with Seven Hill Star, and really get that mental health checkup. Get that mental health checkup, because it is definitely needed. And don't let the fascination and denials really pull you away from some wounded pain that really needs to occur. Getting out of your head, because you might have a lot of headaches because there's so much going on in your mind. So mental health checkup, be open to looking at the challenges that are occurring with how you view yourself and how you're dealing ethically with things that are foreign. With that, I yield the floor. And so now headed to the east side, right? To the East Coast. Lil John here. All right. So we are near Machias, Maine, and this will be occurring at 0200 hours, 50 minutes, or as some would say, 2:50 a.m. anti-meridian. All right. So we have, pardon me. So we have the sun in the second house. All right. All right, sun's in a second. Like I said earlier, that sun is in mutual reception with Venus. Venus is still in the 12th. So when it comes to, joint contracts and, any matrimony that some would call marriage, I think there's going to be a opportunity to really see not only your self-worth, but how you're dealing with any and all affairs. For those that do have a marriage license, I would say to get rid of that. Break yourself out of that mental bondage, Venus and the 12th, right? Some would say 18 degrees is a very dark degree, but I say you can see the beauty in really removing yourself from slavery, from servitude, right? By getting rid of the marriage license, because you have to ask, isn't man and woman connected by nature? Does one really need a priest to marry them and then sell them to their state, and then the children has ownership of their state? Oh yeah, y'all probably didn't really know about that. So that 18 degrees Venus in the 12th and mutual reception with the sun is going to be a lot of changes, a lot of light, a lot of mental health, a lot of partnership health. So with Saturn in the 7th, dang it, can't ask a Horary, but be sure to really look at what boundaries that you have set, right? Saturn's conjunct a lot of necessity. So make sure to, set those proper boundaries, even with those who you love, or, even just with your partner. If someone's angry or, or it might be around too much each other, just know how to have the boundaries set and, make sure that others honor those boundaries. And when others don't honor those boundaries, make sure that you put them in check, right? That's also about community health. So I'm really seeing, that's why, man, we're actually looking at this, and now I'm like thinking about the workshop, and it's like, there's going to be a lot of things coming up with community health and also service, not only to oneself, but also to the community. So guys, make sure that the work habits are on point, and make sure that one is really having the healthy communications. Not being worried about, how others are going to take you or others projecting things onto you. Have that healthy dialogue. And with the sun, ruling over this ascendant, right? It's in the second, it's going to come with finances. So, don't let a financial situation really break something that's more valuable than this military script, this credit, what they call fiat. Because remember, friends will be there for you when any of that stuff is gone. So, don't really hold someone to based off of material possessions. Really get into the spirit of things that are bigger than what one can buy, lay their eyes on. So with that, yeah, and be open to your children's careers, the Sun and Libra and Mars and Libra. Be about your children's career, be behind them about the things that they like to do or interested in, and don't downplay them because you were downplayed early in your life. Use that opportunity to build your children up in the ways that you weren't. And with that, I will yield the floor. All right, moving on to Leo zone. Let me get a little shot of this agua. All right, we're in the Leo zone, so we're now near Sydney, Montana. All right, guys, this is occurring at 00 hours, 50 minutes, as some would say, 12:50. All right, so here we go, Sun in the third. All right, and let's see. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of getting to that something that happened in someone's early childhood. Maybe in their early education, so things are really going to come up. Maybe getting some justice for that. Right, and also being open to sharing the values. Go check out our live last night. The Holy Unity of the Rich and Poor. Yeah, the Holy Unity of the Rich and Poor, and see that for those that are all rich, they wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for the people. Those that in government wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for the people. Just think about it. If everyone stopped buying Louis and Gucci and whatever else shit's out there, will they be as paid as they are if people stop supporting them? So people have to really realize the power that they are and that others get to where they are because of the support of the people. And look, Cancer's on the rise. Or is Luna? Luna's in a 6 in Capricorn. Luna's not feeling comfortable in Capricorn, right? Definitely in a place, opposite of where she'd rather be, but how can one, maximize that energy by being humanitarian, by being more logical? And it's not all about, donating charity and finances. It's, bringing structure, emotional nurturing and structure to people. It's bringing that detailed communication to really give people the things that they really need, right? So, some challenges or some things that might be overlooked is something in the local community and via the internet. So maybe something is going to come out about those on the internet, but they're, not as local or helpful in, in their social activities or their local activities as, they say they are, as they look to be. So with that, once again, mental health and possibly, I'll say third, maybe someone's going to assist, with their friends' children or their children's friends, possibly like setting up activities like an art activity, something to show off their creative skills and talents or to build those creative skills and talents, right? So with that, guys, I'm going to yield the floor to my bro.
Right. Let us get it, right? Going right into that Cancer zone, right? For the 22nd September 2023, which is a Friday, right? Holy day for this particular portion that we're looking here, right? As far as Wrangle or Wrangel, I want to say it's Wrangle, Alaska is concerned, right? 2200 hours, 50 minutes, right? Look at, and it's because we're so far north, right? We're at 56 degrees north latitude here, right? So you're gonna have some really small houses cracking off, and you might have 2 sets of intercepted signs because we're so far north, right? Where again, when you have these extreme latitudes beyond 45 degrees north or 45 degrees south, we would normally rely on the vertex on the 7th. However, with looking at this here and just moving forward, it's happening in the 4th house where the sun is ingress in Libra. If we were to look at this thing whole sign, this would be the 4th whole sign house. However, and it would be under the dispositorship of Venus in Leo, which is where, there's mutual reception, as Brother Sean had pointed out, between the sun and Venus. However, with this Placidus chart here, we see the sun is in rulership of the fourth house with which it's in, very much conjunct Regulus also. So when it comes to your home here, guys, make it as comfortable and secure as you can for ye loved ones, right? Treat ye loved ones like royalty. Even though it may be your castle, make sure you serve them kindly. And with that, I yield the floor. I want to move into the Gemini zone now. All right. And with the Gemini zone, we are looking at Palmerston Island, right? Palmerston Island, right? And here, we're much closer to the equator, right? We're under 23 degrees south latitude. So here we can rely on the ascendant much more, which is at 29 degrees. Aries, very interesting, prophet of a new order degree. Wow, Mars has the, a dignity that's just not doing too well, right? Mars is, it's here in the nighttime chart. So it's less malefic, as it's said in the traditional sense of astrology. However, with us looking at these things here, looking at 29 degrees as a Leo degree, 17 degrees also as a Leo degree. When it comes to anyone that's in some type of lead in whatever you're experiencing currently in life, maybe it's someone at work. Maybe you guys are recognizing that, there's a change of bosses here, or maybe you're dealing with a boss falling ill or having to retire or resign. And maybe the mark of someone being promoted. However, it would be best, whoever is being promoted, to be very cautious in making sure that they are clear, because with the sun ingressing Libra here in the fifth house, just really lets me know that it's going to be some sensitive diplomacy, so to speak, that's going to have to take place. However, things will have to be left open to allowing other workers, right? Because there may be someone selected amongst who are the peers, and now there's this boost, so to speak, in work status, which is very interesting because even if this is a career that's dealing with collections of some sort, with the midheaven at 29 degrees Capricorn, it would really just speak to the fact that taking thorough notes and keeping records would definitely save everyone in the long run. So make sure everyone is doing their best to keep records as if they were the ones in charge. With that, I yield the floor. Now moving on to the Taurus zone, and this will take place in the sixth house, where the sun will be having its ingress into Libra. And this is near Yangor, Nauru. And this is seemingly taking place on the 23rd, right? So again, it depends on where you are. And we're much closer to the equator here, which is 31 minutes off of the equator, still south of it. However, with that being said, we're seeing that this is just right after sunset for this particular location within the Taurus zone. Mars in the seventh, though, ruling the ascendant, just lets me pretty much know that when it comes to taking lead in the relationship, it'll be best to be able to share the initiative, right? Let you and your partner both in some way, shape, or form take helm at different times within the relationship, so that what you can do is just have this means of expressing oneself, not only in a very balanced fashion, but it's a lot more healthier in the daily routine, so that both are less stressed with what they thought was expected of them within the relationship. And with that, I yield the floor to our beloved brother, and whom well please, Brother Sean Ali Mel, Islam.
Islam. All right, moving on to the Aries zone, and we are now near Dumagi, Mission, Australia. All right, so we got Sun in the 7th house, right? So this is dealing with creativity. This is dealing with romance, right? Instead of saying romance, right? So yeah, this is just dealing with the finances of the partnership, making sure that everything is balanced, fair, not someone is taking leadership or being deceptive if they're the one holding over the finances and everyone else has to do something, or someone's like, well, I make the finances, you got to do what I say. Be sincere, be honorable, be fair in all dealings and all contracts, right? Mercury is now direct. In the 7th, so a lot of contracts are going to be reviewed. Possibly maybe find a balance between the work and the children. And also not only their siblings' health, but the health of the partnership. With that, I yield the floor. All right, so now we're going to move to the Pisces zone, and we are near Bangara, Brunei. All right, so now we've got the Sun in the 8th house, all right, which is second from the 7th. So this is dealing with the mates, your partner's sense of worth, and maybe even your business partner, quote unquote, sense of worth. So this is some creative equality transformation here. And Venus is, got accidental dignity and mutual reception. So see the beauty of relating to your partner, involving them in things, rather than, trying to block the light and leave them out. Things may be coming to light about the daily routines, so maybe some things are going to change that has been stale and stagnant, and also some changes when it comes to the community activity and service. With Luna ruling that in the 11th, this is possibly even maybe some community connecting via Zoom. So maybe someone wants to hit 7 Hill Star up and, get the astrology and the Reiki and other things to assist in their community. Brother San has the first astrology coloring book for the children. So we have all the things that we have been assisting ourselves with, but now we're looking to uplift the world and nation. So we're just looking to connect with those. And then, it just comes back to sharing and mental health. So as they would say, health is wealth, but mental health is just as vitally as important as physical health. So get that checked out on. And with that, I yield the floor. All right, and now we're going to come to the final. For me, Sun being in Aquarius zone, and Sun's as it would be in the call upon house, right? God house, quote unquote. All right, so we are near Talcott, Nepal. We got interesting. We got Sagittarius on the sun at 22 degrees, Capricornian degree. So yeah, for these, next 30 days is all about structure and, wanting to work hard and, being responsible for one's actions and how they express themselves. With those energies, and leading, leading by service, being the example and the change that one wants to see, and, being fair in their dealings rather than looking to make a profit rather than being a profit themselves to the people, right? Mercury's in the 9th too, so yeah, communications and career changes here are occurring. So maybe someone's about to get a raise or some kind of different opportunity from what they've been used to. So service and health. And with that, I yield the floor.
All righty, going into the Capricorn zone now. And first, let's see. Peace and greetings to all of you in the chat. Some account says Jake Scroll. Mother Sahar L says peace and greetings to all. And Brother Corey Hall Bay says Islam, bros. Islam to ye all. Peace and greetings. All right, so Capricorn zone here, right? And this is taking place on Saturday, 23rd, September 2023, right? Near Wafra, Kuwait. Sun's there in the 10th house, all righty, under the dispositorship of Mercury, of course, right? Because Virgo's on the medium Cheli, which is also known as the MC. So interesting how a lot of, so-called professional astrologers Sometimes they don't say medium celli or imum celli or medium coeli or imum coeli, right? It's but us being Moorish American, not digress too far. Us being Moorish American, it's like we know the importance of making sure we're as accurate as possible, even down to enunciation, and being able to comprehend for purposes of maybe having to demonstrate to someone that knowledge for them to be able to use it for themselves. However, Mars again is ruling the ascendant and the 12th house, of course. So what we can do, what's going to happen as far as the sun there in Libra, right? Not only is the sun in Libra and mutual reception with Venus, because Venus rules Libra and the sun rules Leo. So Venus and the sun are in mutual reception. However, Libra is a sign where Saturn is exalted. And Saturn is, kind of letting it be known about how things may have to be, looked over again. Probably some things within the home could be restructured possibly. So some restructuring in the home could be one thing that takes place on this day also. Also, what we can see is by there being a mutual reception with the sun, Venus is also ruling the first 10 days, right? First 10 degrees, actually, by triplicity, so to speak. So Mercury is ruling it. Mercury has the first 10-degree rulership. So it's very strong. I think some very important communications can take place with this sun in Libra, especially from 0 degrees to 10 degrees of the sun's transit in Libra. Probably get to speak to some people who think they may know laws, some things like that, maybe speak to some attorneys, have correspondences that will only lead them to thoroughly look at what something is based on the rules and not their opinions based on their practice. Because a lot of times they may practice that which is outside of the rules. Moon being the face or deacon that the sun is in here. So just kind of giving this overall, energy. When we're looking at, Venus, Saturn, Mercury, and Moon, because sun is also on Saturn's terms here. I think it would be best for us to really just pay attention to the way that we are valuing the things that, when it comes to our emotional structure, when it comes to the essentials pertaining to our emotions and our values, make sure that we're kind of going back and reevaluating ourselves and making sure we're secure psychologically and mentally to be able to have a detailed perspective of where we stand in life within ourselves and amongst our peers, and be able to make sure that that's what we're thoroughly communicating, not just outside of our mouths, but how we are actually presenting ourselves. And with Mars there in Libra in the 11th house, we'll be able to be very driven in making sure we're being balanced around the groups that we interact with in a very humanitarian fashion, thus giving off the essence that we are a really great behind the scenes producer when it comes to our self-esteem. With that, I yield the floor. Now we're going into the Sagittarius zone. It's going to take place. The sun's going to be in the 11th house. So this will be a few hours after sunrise for this particular zone near Pretoria, South Africa. Still for the 23rd September 2023. It's happening in about 800 hours, 50 minutes, right? And usually, even though it's saying South Africa, EET would still be Eastern European time, right? So with that being said, what we can see here, and now Mars is in the 12th rule in the ascendant, maybe some things can be done where, when you do these things, you might not be recognized for it. Those of you that are there near Pretoria, South Africa, and all those other, beings within the Sagittarius zone, you may go to do some things that may not be noticed. You may be putting in some work that really helps someone in the forefront, but you're behind the scenes. And it may not be, immediately recognized. However, you can do exactly what you need to do as far as when it comes to your career and your standing with what it is that you do behind the scenes, so that you can be able to do your part within the group, so that what's actually communicated is a task well completed. And with that, I yield the floor. And finally, all this Scorpio and Ascendant energy. Let's go to the Scorpio zone here. And within the Scorpio zone, we have visited, right, the Yamoussoukro, Ivory Coast. All right. So this is taking place is 600 hours, 50 minutes, just right after sunrise here. And Venus, who is in mutual reception with the sun, is ruling over the Ascendant. So if you have to travel for work, those of you within the Scorpio zone, make sure you're paying very close attention to details. Don't make any extra trips. Just go where you need to go. Go from point A to point B, so that you don't run into some insignificant happenings that you will regret later on. You want to make sure you get home, right? So that's kind of how you would like to be able to do those things. And ultimately, with the sun here in Libra, of course, at 0 degrees, 0 minutes within the 12th house. If you feel like you're not heard, write it down and make sure you not only maybe send it via email, but send it via the mail too, so that you actually have evidence that you made the communication the best way that you could. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, Sean Islam.
Yeah, we flew through that. Maybe got that done in under an hour, possibly. See. Yeah, guys. So you already know to go. 7hillstar.com. Let's say Monday. So y'all have 2 days left to get the 32% off reading. So make sure I get a post together for that. But yeah, y'all got 2 days left. Tomorrow is the Jurisprudence Gym. Wednesday, we're back for a 7-day medical trouble weather report. Friday, impromptu improv. Saturday is the last discussion before we go in that following Saturday for the self-healing and community building workshop. So guys, make sure you're getting your, showing up for our, free presentations. You should join us Saturday for the discussions. And once again, like, it seems like every Saturday, every discussion, it gets better and better, like, because it starts on one question. Man, I got a major dent in there. Goodness. But shoot.
You good.
I need to get that together anyways. But yeah, it's like every time, we get started on something, it really turns out to be beautiful. So guys, show up. I mean, and really, get this information, right? Some of y'all, I don't know, but just get it, show up. We'll continue to do what we do. Get your mental magician reports, get your get your mirror sessions. Even get the what's my purpose? Get that, like, if one wants to ask about their family or marketing for their business, ask us as well, because we have it all. Everything might not be advertised, but there's nothing that one probably couldn't ask that we couldn't do. So don't be shy, and just reach out. And I yield, bro, if he has anything.
Whoa.
Ooh,
okay,
what's that face? Wait. Can I guess? Are we leaving it out? I want to kind of guess it.
I mean, you can
19
guess.
or 21. 19 or 21. 19 or 21. Or 21. I said 19 or 21. Is it one of those?
Oh, no. Man.
No. Okay, go ahead.
No. When you see it, you're going to be like, because I was like, okay, so what should we expect collectively when it comes to this sun ingress Libra? And then throughout all of the sun's transit through Libra, the answer to the question is
cups. Oh, I said 10. Okay, 3 of cups. That's good too.
Right? 3 of cups, right? So a means for ones to enjoy themselves, enjoy the fruits of their labor, so to speak, right?
I know we ready for that. We've been working hard.
When I asked what the clarity to that was,
10 of Pentacles, I knew that was going to come up. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect reverse. Yeah, it's celebrating.
Pentacles reverse. But celebrate within one's budget.
Yes, yeah. Don't ball out. Be like, hey, yo, I want to celebrate. Shoot, I think I just got approved for this little credit card. We about to ball out, son. You know, actually, it gives me I pulled at the club VIP, gas tank on me, but all drinks on me.
and because I think with this, even with the man here that the dogs are asking for stuff from, while these people here, I know it's reversed, but if I turn it up, you can see there's a man here and the dogs are kind of putting their attention on the man here, while these two people right here that are conversing are being observed by this guy. So it's like the dogs is observing this guy is observing them. So kind of gives a kind of a, you know, and then just where it's happening, it kind of looks like it's like under some arch, right? So like under a bridge or under some type of structure as you're passing through. So it's a possibility that your celebration could be based on receiving probably some extra help possibly, or it could be maybe some reward from assisting others in doing charity at some time in the past. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. So the underlying factor, this is what made me go.
Oh, yeah, that's like, yeah. Man, I don't know why May's Happy Feelings came in. Boom, 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 happy feelings. Because it's like a new, a beginning, like a new venture to, make finances, as some would say, to get the bag or whatever. But yeah, after that, putting that work in, it's like, all right, cool. I've put the work in, I've internalized it. I know not to go overindulge or too far. And now this new opportunity is being presented.
Yuppity duppity. 3 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles reverse, Ace of Pentacles. So this is the answer to the question. How is this solar ingress into Libra, and as the sun transits Libra, this is the answer. What's the clarity for that? 10 of Pentacles reverse. And what's the underlying factor? Ace of Pentacles. So that whole somebody's going to get a new position, or like it's going to be, for us, it would be new beings coming to Seven Hill Star to get astrology done and anything else that it is that we share, so people can actually see like, hey, this is actually real. It's not, these guys aren't charlatans, things of that nature. So if you saved up your coin, cool, that means you're going to be bringing it to us, and we'll be taking it as if like, oh man, this is a godsend, so to speak, right? The universe is gifting us, with that opportunity that's needed. Yeah, I know, right?
Bro, so, does he have the apology vouchers on deck? That should have been the 4th one to put
up. Bro, you're hilarious, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. We got them on deck, baby. But man, I yield the floor, bro.
Indeed, bro. I know you got some things to go handle.
Yuppity duppity.
Yeah, y'all. 7hillstar.com. Share us out. On all the platforms. Show some love. Send us some donations. We do this 4 days after strong to make sure that the people have what they need. So make sure it's a fair exchange. Get your readings. Like I said, talk to Brother Sign. He might throw a special for you or something. After 11:59 Wednesday, my 32% goes away. So get that. Get your literature. Get your astro or cubes for your little ones. Like there's multiple ways really show and support and love. Like just share us out. Don't be envious. Look at that for your little ones, and start teaching them. Right, so that they don't have to repeat cycles. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to not know themselves because their parents did not want to know themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that generational healing, as they always talk about, is getting healed rather than just talking and not change anything. I yield, bro.
Indeed, Mother Sahara says 100 with 3 Aldebarans, right? Aldebaran is bullseye for those that know about the fixed stars in astrology. She also says you have been consistently diligent. Gratitude indeed, beloved mother. And she also says time to reap the benefits. Boom. There we go, man. So guys, this is where we say, make sure you go and get your victuals, get your, your resources to recharge yourself and eat good, eat healthily, right? And this is where I and Brother Sean are going to yield the floor. When you rest and recharge, make sure you rest and recharge well. We love you all. And this is where we say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam is